Yeah. Alright, so as you just saw, been using this for a bit, and just by the look of the ground, when it's planing, there's a fair bit of chips that don't get picked up. This is from a fair few meters of wood going through, but as you can see up there, this dust hood doesn't get it all. But I think what the problem is in here. There's only a small amount of gap for all the chips to come through, and also over here, it's hard to get a look on, maybe. But there's see that little foil thing? Yeah, that's a better angle. That pretty much stops all the chips from getting onto that side. Just see, you can see it there. It's the whole way along, and that side's intact. So when this spins, it'll grab the chip here and rip it around and pull it down and put it down there, so all the chips don't come up here and all the chips don't get inside of there. But on this side, this little foil bit here doesn't actually go the whole way across, and it's not in the best shape, as you can see there. So when it does rip around, you can see it gets flicked just everywhere, you know. Up in here you can see all the chips behind it, and the worst thing is all down here, and it spits it out onto the ground, as you can see there. But apart from that, I'm really happy with it. These knives are all a little bit nicked and, you know, not in the best shape, but I'm going to buy some new ones and set it all up again. So that's why I'm not too worried. I'm just testing it, you know. If something goes through there that I'm not too happy with, I know that I'm changing the knives anyway. We did have a bit of a problem with the motor. I had it going and I turned it on and then turned it off halfway through, just because I'd forgotten to do something and I needed it off. So I turned it back off. It wasn't an emergency or anything, but I turned it off halfway through it spooling up, and after I did that, when I turned it on again, it would just go like a snail's pace. It'd go that fast and it would just hum and get real nice and hot. So took it to a shop and turned out to be the start capacitor, but it was a brand new motor, had never been used, so don't know what went wrong, maybe something in the factory, but now it's all working, hasn't stopped working again, so I'm pretty happy with that. As you know, we changed the bearings in both of these ones. This one's like a double roller, which is real nice, but just touching that's warm. I've been probably planing for maybe half an hour, but that one's warm. And this one, when I turned it off, yeah, it's still pretty hot. I could hold it, but it felt like it was burning pretty hot. So as you can see, I've been oiling it every time, but I'm pretty sure these aren't sealed bearings, so I've just been oiling it every time I use it. This one not as much, because it seems to be just not warming up as much, less oil coming out. But yeah, along with all these as well, putting oil in here. As you can see, it's all nice and oily. Probably a bit too much oil, but you know, I'd rather have more and it be a bit dirty than have not enough and it wear out prematurely. So I'm pretty darn happy with how it's working so far. All the gears are working great, you know. That motor down there doesn't slip, pulls everything through, and just, yeah, it's great. But that's why this video's taken a long time, because of this motor. It's taken, what, 2 months for that motor to get refixed. So now it is, starts up every time, and I'm really happy with it. I still need to build a belt guard for here, and fixed the tables still. Unfortunately, it's still broken. I got it like this, I didn't do anything. You can see these big gouges out of it. And out of here, there's just someone, I don't know what happened. I don't know what could have done this. But it looks like they've put some sort of filler in here. But that filler, just over time, I guess, is not being as sturdy as the steel, which is over here and on the outfeed table. And it's just, yeah, started to chip away, and yeah, it's just not a nice thing. When I bought it, I didn't see this. It had a stainless steel. You can see it over there. Had a stainless steel sheet over the whole thing, and you know, worst nightmare was when I took it off. That was what was there, and I'm still undecided of what to do. I thought maybe I could take this insert plate out, take it to like some sort of machine shop, and then machine it all the way back here and make a big insert plate. Because if you have a look, if you measure the thickness of this actual table, this is just a lip down, it's not that thick. So I'm just a little bit scared. You can see there, like that's the thickness of the insert plate now, and bringing it all the way out would probably fix it, but I don't know, it's a bit scary having to do that. And also I know a place that would probably do it, but I don't know how much it would be, and just, you know, one of those things. But right now it's plain nice. It does joint, but I still need to set the outfeed table to the knives and, you know, just everything like that. And yeah, it does plane really nicely. Still have to set up the jointing, but right now it's doing its job. It's doing really well. I'm really happy with it.